to episode 4 of Gimpy Bytes, the only show that I know of that combines disability and gaming into one fine point on the space-time continuum. I am Captain Gimpy.
And I am Zen Burro. Yeah.
Man, your donkey noises, dude, they're getting lamer and lamer by the show.
I'm just a lame donkey. Okay?
Anyway, we have something really cool for you today. Like, I don't know how I didn't hear about it because Business Insider, IGN, and a whole host of other people covered this story, and it happened back in April. So I've apparently been living under a rock. So basically what happened is this guy has CP. What's his name again?
His name is Peter, well, depending on the spelling, Peter Byrne or Peter Brine.
Some of these more journalistic media outlets need some proofreaders that aren't 2 years old. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, Peter has cerebral palsy, and I talked about cerebral palsy before because I have it. If you can notice, my hands are weird. Basically, it's classified as a developmental disorder, but it's really more of a neurological condition that happens as a result of either lack of oxygen or mild hemorrhaging after birth that affects your motor cortex, and you're kind of uncoordinated and spastic in some cases. So he has this thing that I also have, and one of his favorite games is The Division, and we'll show you a little bit of footage here.
Up there! He's down. Get the last guy. Don't let him.
He's getting away.
He's gone. Got incoming.
All right, let's go.
Okay, coming from the right. Find cover. Ooh, watch out.
Holy crap.
There they are.
There's loads of them.
I can't get a shot. Try and hit him from the right.
Can't. I'm gonna switch my weapon.
Okay, I got you.
So check that out. It's a really weird game, but some people really dig it and other people really don't. Anyway, this guy was playing The Division, and on the PS4, I should mention.
Yeah.
And the PS4, if you haven't seen it, here's a picture of it. And if you'll notice, it has a little touch screen at the top of the controller that otherwise looks like a DualShock 3 control for those of you who are familiar with PS3 and all that. And what happened is his hands move in such a way that he was accidentally hitting the touchpad constantly while playing The Division. And what it does in that game is it brings up the menu, and it kind of like holds you from moving and being able to shoot and stuff. And he was getting really irritated. So somehow, I think he got a hold of the R&D department's email at Sony, right?
Right, that's what he did.
And so this dude, what's his name?
His name is Alex Nawabi. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that.
It's either Nawabi or Nawabi, depending on if he's Japanese or not.
Yeah.
They don't really tell you. So if we butchered your name, I'm sorry, because you're an awesome human. So here's what this dude did. If you guys don't know, Sony doesn't use the same parts for all of their controls. There's like 3 variants. And that was true of the PS3 as well. Yeah. So when you open a controller, if you're trying to fix it, you're like, oh, this doesn't look like mine. That's why. So what he did is he took 3 different controls and he rewired that function onto a button that exists on the back, and we actually have a couple pictures of the modified control to show you. And so essentially, now he can grip the control, hit that button with his left hand, and it'll bring up the menu instead of it happening involuntarily, which I think is totally awesome. And it took him 10 hours of his own personal time to cobble together this control. And I remember reading in one of the articles, he was like, this is, I really don't mind doing it. I thought it was a fun project, but one of the problems is there's no warranty on this because the control doesn't really exist, right? So he's actually working on making a second control for this guy for when that one finally kicks the bucket, which is also very awesome. And we have a little more from both Barn and Nawabi. You have some things to say.
Sure. Alex Nawabi, ever since Peter Byrne posted a Facebook status about what Nawabi has done, Alex Nwabi has gained a lot of support and followers just by doing that, and he's been really modest about the praise he has received. He mostly defers to Sony's R&D department, like, oh, we at Sony are trying to research and have our system become more accessible to those who are disabled. So yeah, that's what Nwabi has said. Peter Byrne, on the other hand, has been ecstatic about his newfound ability to play the Division without any hiccups.
Which is really quite cool.
Yeah, and he actually wrote a very emotional quote. I have a quote. It's
so what happened was, along with the control. By the way, the dude Nwabi kept it a secret. He told him that he couldn't do anything about the control, but he's going to send him a goodie basket as compensation. And the goodie basket contained a letter and a custom control. And we have a couple quotes from that letter, I think, or a quote. The letter, rather than being retyped out by another outlet and released, somebody actually just took a picture of it.
Picture of it.
And we have a quote from the letter for you.
I have plans to build you one more controller in case this one breaks, but I'd like feedback on this one first. If there are any changes you'd like made in the next one, please email me. I don't know when I'll produce the second controller for you. Most likely I'll wait till I get some feedback to get started on that one. And the email you sent definitely struck a chord within. I'm not sure how you got access to our email, but I'm glad I could be of some help. It killed me to hear how something you used to enjoy thoroughly was being ruined because of our new controller design. Although I can't help everyone who has this problem, at least I could help you. I wish I had more to give you.
See, and that's pretty awesome. You could tell that he actually read whatever the email the guy sent, and felt something and decided that he was going to take it on himself to do something about it. And, he's slightly wrong in that he can help more people, because Sony can actually put out alternative controls. And, because you know what, I'd buy one. I mean, if Sony decided to have a programmable control for the PS4 or PS3 or
whatever
PlayStation
Sony
anything,
product.
I'd actually buy a programmable control. It shouldn't be that hard. Because it could be a button remapping option where you could be like, oh, disable touchpad. You don't even have to do that much. Or reroute touchpad function to secondary button. And then you pick a button. It could be that.
Something so simple.
It's something to bear in mind for people that do have motor control issues. And here's a note for PlayStation VR. Make sure people in wheelchairs can actually use it to some degree, because I want to, and I don't really plan to stop playing video games if VR takes off. So,
yeah, do it, Sony.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
I just thought it was an awesome story. Like,
Yeah, me too. I found it by accident.
Yeah, and you showed me, and I was like, wait, for real?
Yeah,
and sorry.
And when I saw the shots of the modded control, I'm like, oh crap, he did it.
Made it look badass, too. A little camo, if you saw in the picture earlier.
Yeah.
But,
it's a nice control, man.
Yeah, I just thought one person just decided to take out of his personal time to work on this controller. And that to me shows that there are still good humans out there, people who want to do some good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
For those of you who are interested, we will have links to various places that covered this story, as well as links to a couple places that talk about and or build alternative controls. down in the description below. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.